What is up, Dynasty owners? It's your boy Jay Pounds. We got another week of some free agent targets for you guys. Before we get into the video, as always, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and comment down below. Commenting down below and liking the video will help out Dynasty Owner tremendously. It helps get the videos into eyes of people that are watching similar things. So please do that if you have the time. It is greatly appreciated. Before we jump into the free agent targets, as always, we're going to hit you guys with Jay's weekly recap of what I think happened this week and kind of my takeaway from it. Let's jump right into things, guys. The Rams showed up to play. Russell Wilson, it really hurts the Seattle Seahawks playoff chances with Russ going down. I seen till week 10. I'm not positive how, or not sure how exact that date is, but I did see that he is going to miss a decent amount of time, and that leaves the Seattle Seahawks with Geno Smith as their quarterback, and that's probably not a good thing. I'm sure we've all got bad memories of Geno Smith. He did look good when he came into the game, but let's move on from that one. We'll talk about that a little bit later. The New York Jets and Atlanta Falcons. Kyle Pitts had a big day. The Jets are still the Jets. Philly and Carolina had a very good defensive battle. If you're a Philly fan, you can't be very excited about this game. Jalen Hurts just does not look like the answer for the long-term quarterback there, and it looks like they're going to have to kind of find another quarterback. He's great for fantasy, though. The Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals missed like 5 field goals, I think was the number. It was crazy. 5 potential go-ahead game-winning field goals, and their kickers just booted or missed all of them, booted them wide right or left. The Bengals kicker thought he made a kick, celebrated a missed kick. It was just atrocious. It was a bad kicking weekend. The Patriots and the Texans, it was an ugly game, but the Patriots got the win. I was very, very shocked to see how well Davis Mills played against a Bill Belichick coached defense. Rookies never play well against that New England defense, and Davis Mills came out and looked very good. The Tennessee Titans and the Jaguars, it was kind of a Derrick Henry game. It's just what it has been all year for the Titans when they win. The Jaguars, they just look a mess. The Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence were disagreeing on whether they could run a quarterback sneak and telling the media each of them told the media a different thing. I don't see how Urban Meyer makes it past this season. He had a game in Ohio and left his team against the Bengals last week. Left his team. You guys all know the whole bar incident. But the oddest thing of that is a coach not returning home with his team on a road trip. It's a business trip at that point. You don't just leave I don't know. I just don't see him making it in the NFL. This isn't college. He looks to be struggling with the NFL game. He's not adapting very well, and I don't see the players buying into it much longer. The Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Minnesota gave Detroit another heartbreaker, but that being said, these guys come to play for Dan Campbell, and I like the future of where Detroit is going with him as their coach. My Pittsburgh Steelers bounced back against a tough Denver defense. The offense actually looked decent this week, and we'll see how they continue to go moving forward. The Miami Dolphins against the Brady-led Buccaneers. Tom Brady got a new wheel put on his walker and threw for 5 touchdowns because of it. New Orleans versus the football team. It was just an ugly game for the football team's offense. Heineke had a bad day, but that there's going to be some growing pains for him. I still think he's going to be a decent quarterback for the Washington football team moving forward. The Chicago Bears and the Vegas Raiders. Vegas really didn't have a shot in this because of John Gruden. We're going to talk about that as soon as we get done hitting these last couple games here. Justin Fields did not look all that great, but I do feel he is the answer for Chicago's future. I just think they need to get rid of Matt Nagy and unlock the kid. San Francisco and Arizona. Arizona stays unbeaten. They look like Super Bowl contenders. Max Williams went down, which really sucks. I've been touting him to you guys for a couple weeks now, and I was very excited to see where he went. And it just sucks to see. Hopefully, I haven't looked too deep into the injury, so hopefully he'll be back this season, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. The Giants versus the Cowboys. The Giants lost Daniel Jones, Kenny Galladay, and Saquon Barkley, which led the way to Kadarius Toney putting up like 189 receiving yards. He had a great game. I've got a lot of shares of him. I was just taking him because he was falling deep into the second round of rookie drafts, and he's got first round capital. So I was grabbing him everywhere, and I'm very glad I did because he looks pretty good. I lost my spot there. 1 second, guys. We got the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City's defense looks horrible, and it's starting to affect their offense. Patrick Mahomes is starting to force things. I don't know what's happening with the Chiefs, but I'm assuming they're going to get it fixed. But the way it's looking, it's hard telling. The Colts found a way to lose against the Baltimore Ravens last night. Technically tonight when I'm filming this, but for you guys it'll be last night. That was a crazy game. Baltimore couldn't get anything going for a long time. They snapped their 100-yard rushing streak, but Lamar Jackson threw for 442 yards, guys. His passing is definitely getting better. We've seen it in the statistics of Hollywood Brown, and it's Lamar Jackson maturing a little bit. Last but not least, I saved this one for last for you guys because I know everybody loves the Baker Mayfield talk. We got the Browns versus the Chargers. Baker had a good game, I will say that, but to me, it was more of the same old Baker. He's got to win these hard games. If you want to be a great quarterback in this league, you got to win games you're not supposed to. Look what Lamar Jackson just did against the Colts, as we talked about. You look at Herbert against the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes has had all these comebacks. Tom Brady lives in a minute drills. He doesn't even need 2 minutes. He needs like 40 seconds, and he's golden. But Baker, it was just the last drive of the game really confused me. Hail Mary taken out of it. That to me, that's a 50-50 play. I don't think they should have called that pass interference. I'm glad they didn't. I would hate to see a game end like that. When you're just throwing up a prayer. But Baker Mayfield threw a check down. They had like 45 seconds left. He throws a check down. It just mind-boggling decision making there, and I just don't think he can win the tough games consistently. I may be wrong on that. I hope I'm wrong on that for my family's sake, because I would love to see my family get to enjoy a Super Bowl victory, but I just don't see it there, especially once they have to pay him. Before we get into the free agents, that's it for the weekly recap. I want to talk about Jon Gruden real quick. He has resigned as the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, just 4 years into a 10-year, $100 million deal. This just goes to show, man, if you're a terrible person, it's going to come out, and judging by the amount of emails that have surfaced over the last couple days, it just seems like Gruden is or was in a dark place. I don't know. But he resigns as the Raiders. Hopefully them players can kind of get a fresh start. I'm sure it was bugging some of the players with some of the stuff that was going on, Carl Nassib and things like that. But it's just sad to see. I thought Gruden was a good fit for the Raiders. They were playing well. This week, that loss is on Gruden solely, and we'll see if they can bounce back from that. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So this video is not too long. We got the week 6. Am I saying that right? Yes, week 6 free agents for you guys. These are not in any particular order because it is usually based on team need. Up first, we have Geno Smith, quarterback, Seattle Seahawks, 1 year, $990,000. Geno is rostered in 1.78% of dynasty owner leagues, and he is about to be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks at that salary. Regardless, if you need a quarterback, it's worth picking him up at that salary just in case one of yours go down. If you are the Russell Wilson owner, you better be bidding a little bit on him. Newsflash, if you guys know who I am and I'm in one of your leagues, I will be bidding on him anywhere I need a quarterback. I don't know if I'm gonna take him everywhere just yet, but I'm definitely going to take him in the 2 leagues I need a quarterback. It's just why not? Maybe he comes in and tears it up. You never know. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. Sucks to see Russell Wilson go down. Like I said earlier, it really kills the Seahawks playoff chances. But Geno Smith came in and played well. If he can, get a good week of practice in and and look the way he did finishing that game. The Seahawks might be able to sneak by. I don't know. They're in such a tough division. I just don't see it happening. But Geno finished 10 of 17, 170 yards and a touchdown. He did throw the game-ending interception, though that was not his fault. If I'm remembering correctly, I believe the player slipped and fell down. Had a busy Sunday. I didn't get to watch as much football as I would like. My son, as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, he plays football Sundays at 1 o'clock, of course. So he's got a couple more weeks left, and then I'll be able to start clamping back down like I want to. So I apologize if I get something like a player slipping down on Geno Smith's interception wrong. I haven't gotten the chance to go through. I watch all the highlights on YouTube. They do a very good job at cutting it up and giving you every significant play that happens. So I try to watch at least that. If I miss some of the game, I'll watch those on YouTube and get myself caught up. And I have not been able to do that yet. Obviously this is very early after the week just ended. So I will get myself familiar with that. But again, I apologize if he did not slip. I'm like 90% sure that's what happened. I did watch it live. I just am having a brain fart right now. After that, we got David Njoku, tight end, Cleveland. 1 year, $6 million. He is 23.8%, 0.08% rostered in Dynasty Owner. Njoku finally had his breakout game with the Cleveland Browns. He's been telling the Browns, I can do this. I can do this. If you don't want me, trade me. And he showed up to the tune of 7 catches, 149 yards, and a touchdown. That's crazy for somebody who just does not get much playing time. I think he showed the Browns how athletic he is and what he can do on a Sunday. And I'm expecting them to give him a lot more looks moving forward. There's no way you can after that. And one was kind of a broken play, if you want to call it that. It was more of a missed tackle, and he just took it to the house. It was a huge play. But if he's able to do that, even somewhat consistently, he's going to be a great addition to your roster. After that, we got Kendrick Bourne, wide receiver, New England Patriots, 1 year, $5 million even, 32.5% rostered in Dynasty Owner. And this is a player I've been kind of considering about putting it on here for the past couple weeks. I just wasn't sure how the Patriots wide receiver room was gonna turn out. They signed Aguilar to that big deal and really haven't used him. Jacoby Myers is just a stud who doesn't catch touchdowns. But that being said, I do like Kendrick Bourne. I would have liked to see a little bit better of a week than what he had this week, though he did find the end zone. He had 3 catches, 26 yards, and like I said, he found the end zone. But then again, the entire Patriots offense seemed to struggle a little bit, aside from Hunter Henry, who had a pretty good day. I think it was 75 yards and a touchdown he had. But if Mac Jones can keep it going and continue progressing as the season goes on, I think Kendrick Bourne and Jacoby Myers are going to be solid wide receivers for your fantasy roster. Especially, you could put somebody like Kendrick Bourne. He had a 2-game run at, I guess you could count this weekend, but his 2 games before this week would be 11 catches, 154 yards, and no touchdowns. If you want to add that in, it's 14 catches, 176 yards, and a touchdown over 3 games. You'll take that on your bench all day long. I see a lot of teams with worse than that on their bench. After that, we got Rashard Higgins, wide receiver, Cleveland Browns, 1 year, 2.3. We'll just call it 2.3 million, 2.4 million. We'll round up there for you. 42.01% rostered in Dynasty Owner. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about Higgins. I've had him on here a couple times between this year and last. The Browns receiver room's pretty banged up. I don't know what's going on with OBJ. I don't think he's 100% yet from his injury. Donovan Peoples-Jones had a very solid game. But that being said, Rashard Higgins only had 1 less target than Peoples-Jones. And I just like the pairing of Hollywood Higgins and Baker Mayfield. They seem to really like each other, and I see Higgins becoming Baker Mayfield's safety net while Jarvis Landry is out, and then we'll see what happens from there. After that, we got Ricky Seals-Jones. I am so sorry, guys. I keep forgetting to click these. Whoops. Apologize for that. We got Ricky Seals-Jones, tight end, Washington football team, 1 year, $990,000. He is 35.5% rostered in Dynasty Owner, and he's kind of, like the CJ Uzama play. He's just kind of a dart throw. He did get 5 catches for 41 yards. I think it was on 8 targets. If you're a Logan Thomas owner, and I am in one league, the Writers League that I put together, I've been banged up with injuries in that league. It sucks, and my quarterbacks are doing terrible. Every time I start one, they get hurt or knocked out of the game early, it seems like. And then DeAndre Hopkins is killing me. But that being said, if you have Logan Thomas, Ricky Seals-Jones makes a lot of sense. He's on a 1-year deal. You can get rid of him at the end of the season for free. He's only $990,000, so he's not going to cost you much against the cap, and he will get you some points while Logan Thomas is out, and then you can just swap Logan Thomas right back in whenever he comes back. And like I said, it's not going to cost you much against your cap, and that's kind of the name of the game here in Dynasty Owner. That's all I got for you guys this week. I hope you guys go out and get these guys. The free agent targets are drying up fast. There was not much else after these 5 guys. I'm going to be giving you guys some turds after this probably, unless, a couple players just there's still a few I had my eye on in there. I shouldn't say turds yet, but a couple more weeks, that's where we'll be at. Try to stay safe out there, guys. That's all I got for you this week. Thank you for watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, notification bell, comment. I will always comment back. Feel free to message me on Twitter. I will interact as much as I possibly can with you guys. I enjoy talking football anytime. I am a busy guy. I got, toddlers, 10-year-old. I'm a supervisor at work. I work a lot of hours, but I do the best I can to respond to you guys, and I really enjoy talking to you guys, and it just makes my day. So thank you guys for all the support and everything like that. Thank you guys for playing Dynasty Owner, and we'll catch you guys next week.